Henry. Aggression is a common and natural human trait. A person without even a little aggressiveness has a hard time asserting themselves in any area of life, and thus suffers. Aggression can manifest in many ways. Technology and shifts in human values have enabled this. Traders behave aggressively, small children brutally kill their virtual enemies in computer games, journalists persuade us of the necessity of certain military actions, husbands beat their wives and children, and so on. Most would agree the worst form of aggression is violence. We can split violence into psychological and physical. While psychological violence can be used only on those we have some relationship with, physical violence can be inflicted on complete strangers. Most people use aggression and violence to compensate or to gain something, and such people later tend to suffer from depression or guilt. For them, those mental states could be considered punishment. But there is a small group who are aggressive because they enjoy it. Their behavior is not motivated by profit or compensating for failures. They simply enjoy being cruel to others. They enjoy watching suffering. They also like the fear their actions evoke. Another trait of theirs is that, unlike most people, they do not need to be liked. Henry belonged to this aggressive violent group. From childhood he was brutal and hard. A person who could not grasp the deeper meaning of words like compassion and empathy. I believe he could never have understood them. There was not a day in his life when he didn't at least slap someone. Violence was his passion. It brought him joy. When he saw a chance to hurt someone, he took it. Worst of all, this illness worsened with age. The older he got, the worse his violent acts became. He would probably have been imprisoned far more often than he was, had he not been able to spread fear around him. Someone once described him as a man that everything with legs, even tables and chairs, ran from. So many people feared him that it gave him freedom and impunity to commit various crimes. But it was his absolute certainty that got him. For however many people may fear you, there is always at least one who is not afraid of you but rather of what will happen if they let you live longer. And that was my feeling. I wasn't worried about what would happen to me if my attempt on his life failed. I was more concerned about how long he would continue to harm other people with impunity. His death, in my opinion, is a benefit to society. Nobody will ever have to fear him again. He cannot hurt anyone. Of course, I understand that laws work differently, and so I do not try to justify his murder, only to explain it.